because it's somehow related to the previous research that I had, and maybe I'm have a little bit different background from the others, because I'm teaching on the issues of political violence, terrorism, international security, and so on, with a focus on regional risks. And I decided to speak from the corner of conflict resolution and reconciliation, and as a concept that is somehow sound as externally enforced by international community, and the expectations in Bosnia and Herzegovina for reconciliations last for 24 years, and I would say without exact results, and I will try to explain these sorts of limitations for reconciliation in Bosnia and Herzegovina. First of all, I will have, let's say, two components in speaking, mainly both of them. One is post-conflict resolution, and the other is reconciliation, with focusing on the challenges now, exactly from these days or last years that we are seeing in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Resolution of ethnic conflicts through the stabilization and solving tensions between former enemies which taking part in ethnic conflict and genocide, advocating for the most suitable model, is a very complex issue. Whether non-territorial autonomy could be efficient model depends on many components. As Coakley described, NTA approach is not always able to survive and advocate efforts for resolving problems in certain circumstances and provide solutions for ethnic conflicts, especially in ethnic divided societies when opponents are not ready for reconciliation. The case of Bosnia and Herzegovina is an adequate example how divided post-conflict societies face a range of everyday challenges for reconciliation, especially with the issues that are expected to be rebuilt in inter-ethnic relations, such as justice, trust, mercy, sympathy, and so on. The facts show that in the post-conflict period, there were a little progress in Bosnia and Herzegovina in terms of reconciliation and rebuilding of social trust. In some specific cases, intentions for reconciliation and building interethnic relations in Balkans post-conflict societies depends on local cultural issues, as you heard from previous presentations, narratives, and intentions of ethnic groups for understanding common past and building a shared future. When we speak about post-conflict resolution of ethnic conflicts, we must stress that it includes three components. That's first, peace building, enforcing after conflict interactions, and post-conflict reconciliation. And by opinion of group of authors, mainly consists of four aspects with objectives in development policies. First of all, in the field of preventing the continuation or escalation of violent conflicts in unstable areas. Second part is addressing the source of conflicts and roots of violence. The third is rebuilding social institutions and values, in particular respect of human rights. Fourth is rebuilding of government institutions and the rule of law. Post-conflict resolution is a complex phenomenon, as I said before, and recovery of societies from conflicts with massive violence, as it is in Bosnia and Herzegovina present genocide and ethical cleaning during the ethnic conflicts, in central concern in Balkans, especially because of the seeking for solution of protracted conflicts. In the center of management of ethnic conflicts are two important mechanisms, reconstruction and reconciliation, previously mentioned, as cornerstones of paradigm in externally initiated peace-building interventions to promote stability, democracy, and good governance. Which are the challenges? First of all, it's lack of qualitative results and absence of conditions for sustainable peace. What I mean with this? For example, if we said that the process of trying to find solution for reconciliation time frame is 24 or 25 years still now, the dilemma is how long period is still necessary that post-conflict society be recovered, reconstructed, and reconciliated by externally initiated peace-building interventions, because in Bosnia we had for decades peacekeeping operation for promotion stability, democracy and good governance. If internal actors, opposed groups actually, are not ready to face with the past and to share values for the common future. Also, another challenge is in last few decades that we have shown up is something what is called by the group of authors from the Institute for Social Research from Zagreb. They called it hybrid forms of peace, and it's very present in Bosnia and mainly in Balkans, in post-conflict societies. What it means, it makes illusion of achieved peace, mainly based on implementation of the set of recommendations in accordance to the process of EU integration. Another aspect that I want to discuss, and it is part of my paper, is reconciliation. Probably I didn't hear somewhere here, or mainly the story was about non-territorial or cultural autonomy, and can't remember that someone mentioned what is reconciliation. I will stress again the importance from the point of psycho-sociological aspects of this. Reconciliation is emerged as a master narrative of our time, and which offering a healing between societies and individuals from the experience of violence and conflict, and applied to a broad range of post-conflict settings. Reconciliation is a process which is a very important element of peace building and involves a number of actors at different social levels: local level, regional and national. I mean here with in Bosnia and Herzegovina, as far as you know, that it's divided in cantons and Brčko district, 10 cantons and Brčko district, that need to participate in synchronized way. You know that when we all are split it has to be synchronized if from the aspect of countering reconciliation want to access the result of reconciliation. In some Balkan societies emerging from war and violent conflict, this pragmatic view reflects understanding of post-conflict interethnic relations and the issue of governance as well. Usually, it is considered that reconciliation is necessary when societies or groups within a society that are in conflict develop widespread beliefs, attitudes, emotions, and motivations which maintain conflict and prevent the development of peaceful relations. It can be said that reaching reconciliation is mainly based on structural changes and radical transformation of psychosocial relations, both in relation to one's own group and its thinking or minds and or hearts and minds of people, as well as towards the recent opponent, which include the transformation present at the emotional level. What it means: transforming the collective sense of fear and hatred into hope and positive orientation towards a common future. What is the challenge? Here is plenty of challenges, and I will just try to mention some of them which are important for this point of view. By opinion of some authors, for example, discourse of reconciliation is implemented in Balkans without much attention to historical and cultural context of particular post-conflict societies. For example, without respectfulness of the historic or cultural context of how people feel and what their attitudes they have against something related to their culture, their tradition, or something like that, or to the profoundly changing socio-political reality in which people in many of these societies seek to rebuild their lives. For example, intention of people in Bosnia and Herzegovina is a more pragmatic one. Rather choose peaceful coexistence in the sense of restoring respectful relations than life together, or suživot, if we say in Bosnia. What reflects politically unresolved division and general insecurity in Bosnia post-conflict society. One side, there are some of your neighbors that doesn't think the same about you as your society about the future, and on the other side is enforced that you have to live in a peaceful way. Research, these are the facts actually. I didn't mention, I used two research, one that was done by Both are the projects of European Union. One was done by colleagues from Zagreb, from the Institute for Social Research, and another one is from Bosnia and Herzegovina NGOs that also try through the focus groups and research of narratives and interviews with different people from the society, from the public society, from the NGO, civil society, and so on, to find the solution of the problem and to hear what are their real honest opinion about the problem. Research address, and these two research address the former government institution in Bosnia and Herzegovina had limited success in intergroup reconciliation, while on local level situation depends on the local authorities. So the issue is which are possibilities how NTA can be best practice solution in post-conflict Balkan societies, specifically for Bosnia and Herzegovina. The usage of the NTA concept for energy in ethnic conflicts depends on a numerous, as I mentioned, structural, political and historical elements, and include importance of different roots and factors which cause interethnic violence. NTA is interpreted as a top-down official policy, and in theory and diversity is focused on perception that ethnic or cultural groups must be addressed with special measures aimed at facilitation of their non-territorial self-organization, recognition, maintenance of social boundaries, or group membership, and so on, by the Alexander Osipov opinion. Such arrangements are often conceived and justified by theorists as a remedy for ethnic conflicts over territorial domination and access to power, and could meet expectations of ethnic group and lead to ethnic reconciliation. What is the challenges here? Basically, the most vulnerable part is related to deep-rooted memories on violence and victims of ethnic conflicts, and also with the fear, which could be recognized from narratives in Balkans, that such sort of ethnic violence may not be temporary or isolated, and any careless mechanism could cause next jeopardizing consequences. Due to the research, there is a visible national segregation through informal spatial division of people, especially in smaller communities. Political elites are in a better position considering reconciliation, but people are still boosted by the government and media, divided according to who died on both sides and which nationality are victims. It is important for the elites to constantly play with monoethnic interests that dominate over the interests of all male and female citizens. Numerous celebrations, probably you followed during the summer, Srebrenica, Oluja, and so on, in all sides of ethnic groups' former enemies, constantly reminded by the media, are leading to the conflict of memories and symbolism, and heating up the memories of the war and sacrifices and toughing up national tensions. The process of reconciliation is most often marked by nationalist discourse of political elites who want to remain in the positions of power. It is considered that exists critical juncture between perspectives for reconciliation and rebuilding of lives and social relationship in Bosnia post-conflict society. I will stop here. I have something in concluding remarks, but if there be any question or comment, I can additionally do that, because probably I spent all my time. Thank you.